So this year has been a pretty crazy year for me when it comes to games. A lot of you guys who follow this channel on a daily basis, you guys know that. You know that I'm probably just one of the most unluckiest gamers on the planet to catch so many games that just don't work. And when I posted yesterday's video, I took a little nap after I posted it and woke up. I probably took like maybe an hour nap, an hour and a half, something like that. And I read a couple of comments and I was kind of surprised. And not because I ever underestimate you guys, but you know, when I posted that video yesterday and I said, look, I'm not going to be able to cover, you know, Assassin's Creed 4 because of the game is, you know, not loading correctly. I know that some of you were really following that series. You had just bought your game actually, and you had just started following those videos, and you know, and some of you guys were saying, look, you know, I'll just look at the videos that are up on your channel and get as much as I can. I mean, I do have 65 videos up there, I think. And you applauded me for my efforts and not the fact that I wasn't going to be able to cover that game 100%. You see what I mean? And I think most communities would kind of dog, you know what I mean? Kind of dog out the channel owner or the channel creator or the content creator, or whatever you call me. I don't know what you guys want to call me, but the content creator, provider, whatever. You know, you would kind of dog them out and say, oh man, you're not covering and I'm unsubscribing. I didn't get any of that. I didn't get any of that. Zero, man. And it kind of made me happy, man, because I was like, I don't have this community that is going to demand me to do things that they know either I can't do, I don't want to do, or I just, you know, the game is not allowing me to do it. You know, I think a lot of you guys know that I'm not a lazy person. I'm ready to get these videos up, but sometimes I'm limited either by my standards or just by the game itself. And you guys never hold me like I'm in prison for that. You know what I mean? Like, you never put me in kind of a cage and say, you're going to do this or I'm out of here, you know? And I think that's cool, man. I think that's a good relationship, because you guys know if the game would load right now, I would play it and I would get the rest of these videos up. I mean, that's not even a thing, you know what I mean? But it was really cool. A lot of you guys were like, dude, just don't cover another game, you know, just freaking take the month off. You know what I mean? Just get us ready for 2014. And a lot of you guys know that I'm going to be doing some reboots in 2014 anyway. So, you know, I got to use this month to prepare. So what I decided to do over these last 24 hours is just kind of take things back to the roots. You know what I mean? And a lot of you guys know this. Some of you guys may not know this if you're a new subscriber, but I actually prefer to play retro games over current gen games. Even the PS4, Xbox One, I would always rather play retro games than the games that are coming out now. And there's a lot of reasons why, but a couple of the main reasons is because there's much more of a challenge. When you sit down and you try to tackle a retro game, it is very challenging. Not necessarily because they tried to make it challenging, but there was only so many ways you could create a game back in the day. And by default, because there was only so many ways to create a game, they were all challenging. And not to mention, the games are just, and I want to say simple, but I don't mean that they're simple to the point where they're easy, but they're just simple. You know, usually the old retro controllers, most of them, you know, you had maybe 2 to 4 buttons and that was it. So it was not complicated. There was no DLC, no patches, no microtransactions, which I know is a big deal right now for games like Forza Rise and Gran Turismo. But you guys know how I feel about microtransactions. I've done commentaries on that before. But I just wanted to go back to my roots, man. A time in my life where I really, honestly, thoroughly enjoyed playing every single game I put into my system. I remember playing baseball on the Atari 2600, and the ball was actually a square. You know, it wasn't a circle. It was a square. Those were the good old days, man. It was just simple. I don't know, man. Things are just changing so rapidly with games these days that, you know, I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith in it. So I went back these last 24 hours. I broke out a lot of consoles, man. I don't have every console hooked up in my place right now, even though where I used to live, I actually did have every console hooked up. I had a couple of TVs. I just don't have the room for it now. So I broke open my closet, got them out. I got out my Nintendo, my Super Nintendo. I mean, I got a bunch of consoles. So I broke out some. I played some Contra. I played some, what else did I play? I played the Mario games, those kind of things. I played Kung Fu. I don't know if you ever played that game. Man, I just had a good time, man. I played some Tecmo Super Bowl. A lot of you guys know that game. I would have captured footage, but I didn't want to make it work. I just wanted to enjoy it. You just sit down and you play. Games are short. You know, you can usually beat these games within an hour, most of them. And I don't know, I just really had a good time, man. I went grocery shopping, got some food, got some munchies, and came back home and decided to watch a movie, which I hardly ever get to do anymore. And what did I watch? I watched Wreck-It Ralph, baby. I never got to see that movie when it came out. It's video game related, but I didn't really know the exact storyline of it. I just knew it had video game characters in it. Man, it's a phenomenal movie, the way they put everything together. And what's crazy is that if you haven't seen it yet, I'm not going to spoil it, but your main character actually interacts with a glitch. How ironic is that? Because I've been having a ton of glitches in my games this year. Actually interacts with a glitch in the game, and I'm not going to spoil the ending, but it was really cool. It was a really cool movie. And then obviously I played a bit more games. I think I beat like 9. I'm looking at them now. I'm trying to count them with my finger here. They're over there on the shelf. 9 retro games I beat in the last 24 hours. And I also slept a lot. I only get usually about 5 hours of sleep, 6 if I'm lucky. And I think I slept for like 10.5 hours when I went to bed last night, or this morning I should say. So it was just a good time, man. And it's about 6:35 right now where I live. And so it's been almost 24 hours since my commentary from yesterday. I'm already starting to prep for next year's show. I'm already looking at you guys' survey results. If you haven't done your survey yet, make sure you do that. The link will be in the description. Remember, the 15th is the last day, or actually the 14th is the last day. So on the 15th of this month, I'm going to be doing a survey update. I'm going to be going through all your answers, and you guys are going to be able to see 2014 unfold before your eyes based on your answers, based on your feedback. So it's going to be a really cool show. December the 15th, Daily Dose. Just keep that in mind. So it's going to be a good 2014, guys. And you're looking at a refreshed XONEVANT. I'm super refreshed. Do I still have issues with this, with this generation? Yeah. But being able to go back and just kind of explore my childhood and think about the good old days, I don't know, man. I feel a whole lot better. I got a lot of rest, which I never really get. So I'm pretty pumped. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's show. You guys be good.